In this video, we'll discuss more on statistics. We'll also take questions on statistics and how to solve questions concerning mean, the variance, the median, the standard deviation, and more of that. For more on this topic, we need to subscribe to this channel. So, what is statistics? We have various definitions for statistics. It is the representation of information using different statistical operations. Now, for we to go into this topic, we first learn what this sign is. This sign is known as the summation sign. Summation. For more on this topic, you need to subscribe to this channel. How is this sign used in statistics? For example, the word summation also means addition. We can say addition. Addition. So if you have, say, if these are your values, say 1, 2, and 3. Now, the sum of x as I running from 1 to n will now be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. So this is how this sign is being used. This sign is called the summation sign. Also, we talk about what is called the mean. The mean. The mean can be defined as the summation of all possible data of a data set divided by the number of that data set. So what it means is that the mean, which is denoted as this, is equal to the summation of f of x, that is for group data, divided by f, as I running from 1 to n, as I running from 1 to n. So this is how we can calculate the summation sign. And this f is the frequency, and these are the data sets. So we can put I here. So the summation of f of x divided by the summation of f. How about the median? The median for an ungroup data is the value of the middle item. That is, if these items or if these data sets are odd. But if there are even numbers, the median will now be the mean of that data set. What it means is that if we have, for example, if we have 1, 3, 2, 5, and 6, of course, these are all numbers. If we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is an odd number. How do we calculate the median? First, we have to rearrange this number in order of ascending or descending order. So we have, say, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Now, the median is not equal to 3. It's 3. Also, we can say this is an example 1 for the median, this example 2. The median, if the value is even, that means if we have, say, 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, and say 4. Now, this is an even number because we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 data sets here. What is the median? The median, we first rewrite these numbers or this data in order of magnitude. That means in order of ascending order or descending order. That means we have, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the middle number here, the median for this number, will now be equal to these two. That means 3 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 7 divided by 2, which is 3.5. So that is how the median is being calculated for an ungrouped data. Now, we can also take the definition for variance. We move over to this side of the board. We'll take the definition for variance. Variance. The variance is the measure of how far each data spread or dispersion of the data. That is the measure of how far each data spread or the dispersion of the data. And it's also denoted as, say, the variance can be written as the summation of f of x minus x bar raised to the power of 2 all over summation of f as I running from 1 to n as I running from 1 to n. So this is how the variance can be calculated. While this is our mean, this is the value for the data set. When we take some examples, we'll be able to know how to calculate the variance. We also have the standard deviation. Standard deviation. The standard deviation is the square of the variance. The standard deviation is the square of the variance. That means the standard deviation is equal to the square root of the variance, which can be written as the square root of what we have here. Say summation of f of x minus x bar raised to the power of 2 summation of f as I running from 1 to n, as I running from 1 to n, as I running from 1 to n. So this becomes our standard deviation. Yes, for more on this topic, you need to subscribe to this channel. The next thing to do is for we to take some examples so that we'll see how these things are being calculated, how they are calculated. So we'll move over, we'll have to delete all of this part of the board. For more on this topic, you need to subscribe to this channel. So we take some examples. So example number 1, we'll say the data shows the frequency of distribution of mark scores by students in a class test. So the mark will be X, and we have the frequency to be F. So we have 2 here, 2. We have 3, 4. We have 3, 4, 5, and 6. We also have 5, 3, and 1. So A, how many students took the test? B, what is the modal score? C, find the mean. So these are a typical example of a statistic question. So we'll have to work on that now. That's our first question. So the first question says, how many students took the test? How many students took the test? So we say solution. A, how many students took the test? Now we see this is our frequency. That means the frequency is the number of occurrence of a data set. So we have 2, 4, 5, 3, and 1. So A, the number of students that took the test, we have 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 2 plus 4, we have it to be 9. 9 plus 5, we have it to be 14. Okay, 2 plus 4, sorry, we have it to be 6. 6 plus 5, we have it to be 11. 11 plus 3, we have it to be 14. 14 plus 1, which is 15. So 15 persons. B. All right. What is the mode? What is the mode when we are talking about statistics? What is the mode? The mode is the highest frequently occurring number in a data set. So that is how we can obtain the mode. The most frequently occurring number of a data set is called the mode. Now, we have here 2 occurred 2 times, 3 occurred 4 times, 4 occurred 5 times, 5 occurred 6 times in this data set, and 6 occurred just 1 time. So the value that occurred more in the data set is 4. So the modal score is equal to 4. C, we are asked to find the mean. How do we find the mean? This is a group data. How do we find the mean? First, we have to make our table. We have to make our table. For we to do that, we have this to be our mark, which is x. We have our frequency, which is f. We now write it out. We have our mark score to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we have the frequency to be 2, 4, 5, 3, and 1. Now we also have to produce f of x. We have to produce f of x, sorry. Now what's our f of x? It means f multiplied by x, which is 2 multiplied by 2, which will give us 4. 3 multiplied by 4, which will give us 12. 4 multiplied by 5 will give us 20. And 5 multiplied by 3 will give us 15. And 6 multiplied by 1 will give us 6. So summation of f of x will be equal to, now we have to tabulate that and see what it will give us. We have 4 plus 4 plus 20 plus 15 plus 6. We have it to be 57. Also, we have here to be 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1. We have it to be 15. Now, how do we find our mean? How do we write out our mean? Our mean, we already said the mean of x, that means the mean is equal to summation of f of x all over summation of f. It then means that our mean, which is x bar, will be f of x is 57. We got it as 57 divided by summation of f. Summation of f is 15. Summation of f is 15. So x bar is equal to 57 divided by 15. 57 divided by 15 to give us 3.8. 3.8. So this becomes our mean. This is simple how to calculate questions on statistics of this form. For more on this topic, you need to subscribe to this channel. Now, we'll take yet another question. We'll take yet another question of this form. So we'll have to delete this.